Hey everybody, Alan Slaughterzinski for the Brevard Sports Network, and our preseason girls basketball preview continues here today. We are at Melbourne High School, and I guess in my old age I'm getting bad with names, but I'm going to have these young ladies introduce themselves. They are student athletes for the Melbourne Bulldogs lady basketball team, and Coach Colin Turey in his second season here. So tell everybody who you are and what grade you're in.
I'm Addie Turba, and I'm in 11th grade.
All right.
My name's Seanna, Bakke-Townes, and I'm also in 11th grade.
All right, I got a couple of juniors here. So we were talking before we went on camera, and I asked you how everything was going, and you said it feels like it's better than it's ever really been here. Talk a little bit about what you like so far, about what you're seeing from your team.
Well, what I'm liking so far is our hustle has been a lot more there this season. And the girls seem a lot more dedicated than they have ever been. I think we're taking it a lot more serious.
I like that, and I think I like the hustle part of that, because if you don't hustle in basketball, you're not getting loose balls, you're not getting rebounds, you're not getting any of those things. Tell me a little bit about this team in terms of its makeup, its chemistry. What does this team do well?
Our team, we work really well together. We communicate well. We really know what each other's thinking on the court now because we spent so long together now. So we kind of have that on the same wavelength like play.
Now, Colin Turey's been around a while coaching girls basketball. Tell me what it's like to play for Coach Turey.
It's amazing. He really pushes us all to be the best version of ourselves on the court, on and off the court. So.
How about you? What would you say about Coach?
I personally love him. He has probably been the biggest inspiration for basketball for me. Yeah. He's never really angry at us. All he does is try and help and encourage. He never tears us down. He's only there to help.
I like that, Coach. I've seen him in games. I know he can get heated during games at times. All right, so let's find out a little bit about you, because we know about the basketball, and we'll get back to the basketball aspect of it, but you're a junior here at Melbourne High School. Do you play any other sports?
I play volleyball also for Melbourne Bulldogs.
Okay. I knew I recognized your name. All right, so do you play like club volleyball or club basketball, or you just play these sports in high school?
I used to play club volleyball, but now I just do volleyball and basketball for high school.
So what made you want to play basketball?
I've been playing basketball since kindergarten, I love playing basketball. Like, I've been playing it forever, and yeah.
You got that loving. Mm-hmm. Now, how about you? Do you play any other sports?
I do not.
Okay. Basketball is it for you?
Yes, I'm very dedicated to the sport.
Do you play club or anything like that?
No, but I've been trying to, and we're actually trying to find one right now.
Well, you know what? There's a lot of good ones out there right now, and you got two really good basketball players here that could benefit your team. All right, tell me a little bit about, being dedicated to basketball. This time of the year takes up a lot of time. You go to practice, you go to school, you do your homework, you eat, you sleep, you get up, you do it all over again, right? But when you have that occasional day off and you don't have a practice and the game is over, how do you relax? What do you do to decompress?
So I don't really have a lot of downtime. I work.
Where do you work?
Five Guys.
The best burgers. I saw somebody put up a post yesterday and said, Five Guys has got the best burgers in town, but they're expensive, but it's worth it, that's for sure. Which Five Guys do you work at?
The one in Hammock Landings.
There you go. Okay, so make sure you get on down there. How about you? How do you decompress? What do you do to relax?
I love to play with my dad just in the backyard. Love to visit at Five Guys too, You're there.
This team seems closer. You guys like friends off the court as well?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, we're really tight, all of us, yeah.
All right, so if I asked you on the team right now, who's the one that takes the longest to get ready before pregame? Like in the locker? All right, go ahead.
Addison Hansen.
Who?
Addyson Hansen.
All right, so Addison's the one. Addison takes the longest to get ready. All right, who's the one that's kind of when, and it could be one of you two. Who's the one, like, if coach is talking and there's a girl in the back that's not paying attention, who's the one, who's like the coach away from the coach? Who will say, shh, coach is talking? Who does that?
I feel like it's both of us, really.
You both do that?
Yeah.
Okay, that's why you're sitting here, because you're leaders on the team. All right, who's the wild child on the team?
Oh, yeah, Cecelia.
Cecilia, okay. All right, she gets the vote for the wild child on the team. And who is the one everybody goes to, like, if you got a question or a problem in school, like with something educational, homework, who's the brain? Is that you?
I think it's Addie and Emma Gibson.
Okay, all right, so there you go. That pretty much nails it down. Now, what are you looking forward to the most coming up this season? Like, obviously playing the games is fun, but just what are your expectations for this team?
I feel like this year when we like start playing, I really want to bond with everyone, and I want us just to come closer with like chemistry, and I just want to have like a lot of fun because the past couple of years have been tough for us because
Losing's tough.
our records weren't as good, but this year I see it going better. Everyone's more happy at practice, and we're all really excited to start playing.
I see everybody out here going through the techniques and a lot of the basics of this game, and there's just so many to them. But to continuously teach them over and over is what instills the confidence to go out there and get the W's. What are your expectations for the season?
Just shocking all the teams that we're playing. I know, like C said, our record hasn't been the best, but I feel like this year is our year, and we're going to play our hardest and shock a bunch of teams this year.
Here's a good question for the both of you. Now, like you said, you've both gone through some down seasons. What advice do you have for somebody that may be going through that this year? And doesn't matter what the sport is. What could you tell them to make them? Nobody's ever going to feel better about a bad record, but what would you tell them to help them?
I would say if you really love the sport you're playing or whatever you're doing, and you know you'll continue to love it even though you're losing, keep trying. The biggest thing is try.
Try. I like that. What would you add to that?
Yeah, if you don't put the work in, you won't see change. So just keep working hard.
And you know what? These ladies are working hard. You're going to see them a lot this year on Brevard Sports Network. I don't know if Coach Turey told you, but 10 of your games are going to be broadcast on Brevard Sports Network this year. So I'll be planning up there a lot this season. Ladies, tell everybody who you are again.
Melbourne Lady Bulldogs, I'm Turba.
And I'm Seanna Bakke-Townes.
And I will get that name down like that. If I'm doing 10 games and I'm still struggling with her name at the 10th game, shame on me. Thank you for producing, Caleb. I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network. Hey, everybody. Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network, and we continue our coverage and preseason previews of some of the girls basketball teams in and around Brevard County. And I'm here today with one of the guys who've been coaching girls basketball for a long time in this county. Began with Heritage and now here at Melbourne, his second season, Coach Colin Turey. And, Coach, first of all, I think it's only fair the community knows you've gone through some medical issues. So the first question I'm going to ask, how is everything?
It's getting there, Alan. It's getting there. We're on the up and up, buddy.
That's what I want to hear. I love his answers, right? It's getting there. Wait till after the games, right? All right, Coach, I had an opportunity to talk to two of your captains, a couple of juniors. And first of all, when you have juniors as captains, it would imply that your team is young and still very much a growing squad. Tell me a little bit about these ladies this year.
Well, you're right on it. They're very much young. We do have a majority of juniors on the roster this year. But we have three very talented young freshmen that you'll get to see throughout the season. One of which she ran a lot with us this summer, and she's also playing some soccer for Mel High. She's a dual threat athlete, if you will, in that regard. Really excited about this group. Personality-wise, just the way they play together, the energy they're bringing to the gym right now, makes it fun to come to work every day.
Yeah, I'm out here watching them, and in talking to the captains, the thing that I asked them and I found to be very interesting was, obviously the last couple of seasons, the record hasn't been where I know you want or they want, but I asked them what advice that they would offer other people going through that. And they both said, you got to just keep working through it. You have to trust the process and trust what coach is telling you. So, to me, it really sounds like you have a great core here to work with moving forward.
Yeah, that's true. They've been amazing. They've absorbed everything we've taught them and asked them to do. They're way farther along at this point than they were last year. So it's definitely encouraging for this coming season in terms of us being able to compete with the teams that are on our schedule.
What about, and they both spoke to being able to shock some teams this year, being able to go out here and win some games. That's their mindset. They want to go out here and win every basketball game they step on the court to play. What do you like about what this team is doing from a court standpoint?
Well, just as you mentioned, their mindset, it's totally different just from the success they had this summer. We didn't have that last year because I was hired late in July, and so we didn't have a summer program like we did just this past summer. So a lot of that happens with them just being around each other and becoming tight-knit as a group and building that chemistry in the summer to let it continue forward in this winter season. So their mindset is no longer, oh, we're going to get off the bus and, oh, we might not be able to compete. Right. Now they're expecting to get off the bus and expecting to compete.
Now I came down here last year and did a game, one of the best girls' games of the year between you and Titus Fun. You didn't come out on the winning end of that one, but it was I still very much enjoyed that basketball game, Coach. All these years you've been coaching here in Brevard County, how do you still find coming out here every day?
Well, it's the kids. It makes it easy. This group of girls are amazing. They're fun. They're fun-loving. They know how to joke around, but they know when coach is serious, they know how to put themselves in check and go back to work. So we do have a lot of fun in the gym, but we also work pretty hard, and that's why I keep coming back every year is the kids.
What advantage was it for you this year? And I mean, this is an obvious question and maybe a dumb question for some coaches watching, but for some people wondering, last year you get hired in July. You don't really get the opportunity to put the schedule and, put your system in place as you want it, because that really takes a good 18 months. Now you've been able to do that. How do you feel about your process going into this season?
Well, coming in, I speaking with the athletic director, Chad Raymond, when he hired me, it was always about a 3-year plan and then a reevaluation after year 3 to see where we were. And I think we're very much on pace, if not a little bit ahead of the game in year 2 as we get into year 2. Year 1 was a struggle. Didn't know a lot of the kids here on campus. Luckily, I am on campus, so I was able to get out there and meet and greet and try to recruit some of the kids here at Mel to come out. We weren't so successful because this campus is very competitive in every sport, so it's very hard to convince a kid to, step away from what their comfort zone is, whether it's softball or volleyball or something like that. So we're just very happy to get the girls that we have here now, just from getting to know them all summer and being able to coach them up. Yeah.
I mean, the intensity out here right now and the fun that they're having while having that intensity level is awesome to hear. All right, so who else can we look forward now? They've already met your captains, but who else are you going to be counting on this season?
Well, we're going to be leaning a lot on all the juniors, really. There's 5 of them, and at any moment, all 5 could start together, and they're a really cohesive unit together. I like their athleticism. But I really, really like the freshmen. You're going to see a lot of the freshmen on the court.
Who is she?
Well, you've got Gabby, who wears number 11. She's about 5'9", 5'10"-ish. She's one of the taller ones, long, lanky. She's got a great smooth shot. And then the point guard, Cece, when she's here, she razzled and dazzled this summer and put everybody on notice as to what she could bring to the table. And we just know that she changes the whole dynamic of the game when she's out there because of her speed and agility. So,
all right, Coach, your second year here at Melbourne. How's everything? I mean, how do you like it here?
I love it. Yeah. A very supportive administration. The faculty and staff are amazing. They make my job as testing coordinator very easy. So, I know when I need to hit the mark. And then right now we're in a little bit of a break from the testing window. So it allows me to focus a lot on my players and the program itself and making sure our schedule's right. We travel a little bit this year. So we've got some overnight stuff going on and just making sure everything's in order because I try to keep it as organized as possible so nothing gets missed.
And that's it. That's really a neat thing that these girls get to travel. Where are you going?
We're going to go to Tampa Bay Invitational over in Wesley Chapel. Okay. I've taken my teams over there a couple times from Heritage. Really a great event. It's grown. They've got over 100 teams across the country and some out of the country that are coming to compete. Great venue in Wesley Chapel and just a really nice area, up-and-coming area. Lots of food and shopping and things to do for the girls when we're not playing in our game. We're probably going to go down to Florida Gulf Coast and take in a college game, let them see what that looks like and how that plays out. And it's really important to us in the off part of the schedule, like in Christmas break, to just have that bonding opportunity for the kids.
And of course, the classic you're going to have here.
Yeah, Mike Doyle, January 3, 4, and 5. We got 8 strong teams in that again this year. It'll be very competitive, and we're pretty excited about that part too.
Pretty excited that I finally get to. We're going to do 10 games this year plus the classic here, and so we're very excited about that. I think I've broadcast maybe 4 games of Coach Turey's career because you can't get a signal inside that gym at Heritage. It's so frustrating because I feel so bad for the student athletes, but you can hear. And so we will be here, and Coach, we're very excited about that coming up this year. You get to tell us one thing that we can expect about this team this year. What is that one thing?
That's a tough question.
I know it is. That's why we're the best.
Well,
we ask the tough questions.
you're gonna see a group of girls that won't quit no matter what until there's triple zeros on the clock.
Well, they got a coach that won't quit as well. One of the best, good friend as well, and love talking to him, and excited to watch his team on the court this season. For Coach Colin Turey, I'm Alan Slaughter-Zinski for the Brevard Sports Network.